Opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
EMissyK's show. EMissyK's show. EMissyK's show. Questions, interviews, gossip, current news, movie, TV, radio. Here we go. Hey, it's EMissyK. Hey, it's EMissyK. Her beauty and passion. Talk music, fashion. Loose lips, red cup, love Jones. She's always on Facebook, Instagram. Taking calls on the telephone. Sexy if you say so. It's the EMissyK show.
Hello and welcome to the EMissyK's Loose Lips Show. I'm your girl EMissyK. And Happy New Year. It's 2019. We back.
All right.
We black and we back. Over here to the far left, we got my girl
Laddeez. Thank God for 2019.
Yes. And over here we have you.
Oh, Hailey B. Going from left to right. Like,
Ladies first.
how's she gonna
always.
skip?
I think we both been gone
Especially
too
when the
long.
gentleman's fine.
You know, we've been on like a little mini hiatus.
I think the show's been like either you get Missy or you get Hailey. It's like one or the other. You don't get both. You don't ever get both.
And over here we have our special guest, Mr. V.A.L. For real.
Yes. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so very much for having me.
Hip-hop artist, spoken word artist, activist.
Activist, advocate for people, I've been blessed to do a little bit of everything. So,
Yes,
we'll talk
you
about
do.
It all in time.
Yes, we will.
Tonight.
We're going to get to that.
Yes.
And right now, we're going to move. Lala's not here. Lala, she's
Lala.
not feeling
Happy New
well.
Year,
I hope
baby.
you feel better.
So y'all send Lala some get well messages and all that good stuff. We
These
love
lips
you.
gonna make you feel better.
Happy New Year, though. So Hailey B is going to take over what's on everyone's lips tonight.
Big
What you
shoes
got
to
for
fill.
us?
I've never done this before.
Okay.
You can do
Ready?
anything.
I try. There's a $35,000 reward for a 7-year-old girl shooting. A white man opened fire on a black family in Harris County, Texas. The man pulled up in a red truck and opened fire on mother and 2 children in Texas. The mother and the other daughter survived with only injuries.
Wow.
So, her name is oh my God, mama.
Jasmine
Barnes. Yes. Overwhelmed.
Oh, so that's
Yeah.
precious Jasmine
That's
Barnes.
Jasmine.
It was a drive-by shooting, and so now they're looking for.
It wasn't a drive-by.
Oh, tell me about it then.
So, okay, they were leaving the grocery store, and she was about to leave the parking lot, and the man pulled up next to her car, rolled down his window, pulled his gun outside of his window into her window, and opened fire on the whole car. Mm-hmm. And only Jasmine died in the car, sadly.
And then he left.
That's
called a drive-by.
Oh,
They just did it differently. It's not always a fast-moving vehicle with dark guys in it.
you know.
Exactly.
That's the impression you get, that's the impression
Exactly,
you get.
Val T. That's
Every time you say it, when you just drive by,
On the hood,
it wasn't
it's
a drive-by. No,
Exactly.
you drove
Like in the
up,
hood, you just pop,
shot
go.
and drove off.
Yes.
Drive-by.
Drive-by.
I wonder what they're going to do. Like, if somebody actually finds this man and they win this $35,000 reward, what are they going to do at the end of the day? Like, I know they no longer do cruel and unusual punishment, but the time they're looking at, is that really going to is that going to be justify what happened to Jasmine?
Right.
I mean, it's not, and it never is enough when, you lose your child.
Right.
So we just have to let the justice system do what it does. Yeah. So, did you mention that it was a white man?
It was a white
the
man.
baby, the surviving child.
Yes.
She identified him.
She found him.
She identified him.
The surviving child knew who he was?
No, she saw him.
She saw him.
Oh, she saw him.
So
She saw him, was able to identify him. It's a white man with a beard. And I think she said he was wearing a red shirt or something like that. Yeah.
In a red maroon car.
Right.
And the mother, she had 4 kids.
Oh, wow.
And Jazz was one of the 4 that passed.
Right.
Were the others in the car?
No,
Just
only
the
just
two.
the two.
Oh, my God.
So moving forward.
Yeah, I felt
Houston,
kinda
Texas area. You
awkward
guys keep your eyes out.
Not laughing about that, but
Get him, Sam. I'm sorry.
Teenagers. Those of you who do not drive, I am so sorry. This is a loss for all of us. In 2019, Lyft and Uber will no longer do shared rides due to complaints of sexual harassment in LA County.
Really?
No more shared rides in LA County. They didn't do it in Orange County.
excuse me.
But they did a lot in LA County because it was cheaper for us to just share the rides.
Right.
Yeah, they want the money.
I heard, and I was in a car New Year's Eve, and the man was talking to us, and he said this may be your last shared ride in 2018, and he said that men would sit in the back seat and harass the girls, touch them, talking to them, and the girls would flirt with the guys and stuff, and the guys would get out of the Uber and leave with the girls when they're not supposed to be dropped off, and there has been times when they had to stop the Uber early and cut their rides short, or they had to make the girls sit in the front seat. And me, I've taken probably over 1,000 Uber Lyft rides, and I've never heard of such. Like, this was news to me yesterday.
But Hailey, when she and her friend told me that they did a ride share on New Year's Eve, I told her, don't you ever do that again. I was freaked out because people that are getting picked up on New Year's Eve, especially at the time you guys are coming, they're drunk,
Right.
you know,
Wild,
high off of something,
Wild,
just crazy,
yeah.
you know, and that was my fear. It's like, oh my God, like, I don't want you just in the car with any
And that is a
random
legitimate
anybody.
fear.
It's bad enough I don't want you in the car with strangers driving, but now you got, you know.
That's sad because it could have been a really good thing, you know, for young people, you know,
Yeah.
to be able to get around and stuff.
Right.
And it's
Wow, that
cheap.
sucks.
I just don't like
Ride
the
is so
ride
much
share,
cheaper.
especially at night.
Well, I agree,
use
but I'm
it.
just saying the concept itself is really, could have been a really good thing.
Right.
You know, that's messed up.
Yeah. And our next topic is, so we all know Trump to be, in certain opinions, a bad president.
Wherever could those opinions come from?
Is this an election year?
No.
No, thank
Dang,
God.
it's still not for
We're starting
yet.
the third year.
Look, it's still not for yet.
We just finished too.
This is like being pregnant. You be like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? It's night.
And quite,
I'm sorry.
It's quite
I think
Praying
that's the
for a
only vote I'm
C-section.
actually waiting for. Like, not Trump. It's on the not on the ballot. I gotta pick one of these. Okay. So, at this point in his election, Donald Trump's presidency.
My bad.
Presidency. Is there anything that he can do or say to make you a Trump supporter?
Valty.
never.
That's what I said. But no.
That's kind of closed-minded. You guys might even
yeah.
think about it.
Never.
Why?
There has to be something that he can say or do to make you a supporter.
On some level. Doesn't that
yeah.
so
You know what?
Like, some Republicans voted for Obama.
I'm gonna give that a meditative thought for a second.
for a
And
second.
I'm gonna approach it like a mature adult and answer that in this way.
Yes.
Nothing in my right mind right now that I can think of. How about that? All right, and I'll be politically
that's
correct.
mature.
That's politically correct.
Lady D's.
God,
Shut up.
let's get that straight.
Don't get choked up now.
I'm not choked up. I'm just trying to think. I'm thinking that the first thing that comes to mind is that if he seriously gave middle class people a tax break where we can see the money, you know, I could probably kind of wink at some stuff, but you know, But that would not make me a full supporter. But I could go with that. I could speak very positively on his behalf about that.
Missy?
Right. Okay. His whole Make America Great Again thing, okay, I think was a good concept because at the end of the day, we're all Americans, and there are some things that did need to be improved, especially within our economics. And I've told you guys before, I'm in imports. And a lot of our country's revenue come from trades, come from international trading. Yeah. And the whole Section 301 that he just did with China, where we're paying extra taxes, just to ship from China because he wants us to buy more American goods. And it has increased the revenue of our country already. So once that starts to, air out a little bit because it's really costly, it's really hurting our importers. But once it airs out, we'll see that there'll become a balance because then we'll have to start opening up our factories again in the U.S. Right. Or China will have to come down on, some of their prices or whatever. Right. It's so I see the bigger picture. I am not a Trump supporter. Let's get this straight. But I see the bigger picture. I see what he's trying to do. And like I was stating earlier, a lot of people don't like me. They don't like me for whatever reason. And that's in probably every aspect of my life. But I don't allow it to stop me from doing whatever it is that I'm supposed to do. Whether it's at my job or whether it's, within media, I still do what I have to do because people are going to talk about you regardless. So I have to say that no matter what people say or say about Trump, he still tries to do what he's in office to do. We may not like the way it's dished out, but he does make an effort.
Let me say this first, but I agree with you. Because I think there's some things that needed to be changed as far as how we do business with other countries. I totally agree with that. I'm not too thrilled about his method.
Right.
Because his method is kind of raggedy.
Yes.
Kind of rowdy.
Right.
But my take on Make America Great, from what I've seen, appears to be a whole different concept.
Well, no, people have made it, to me, in my own opinion, people have made it something negative. That's just my opinion.
His supporters have made it make something negative.
That particular slogan, they've made it something really dirty and nasty. When I feel like that was not his intention for them to make it, racist. That's just
America hate again.
Exactly. That's what they made it.
Correct.
I mean, well, it is due to a lot of Trump's actions and comments. He has said a lot of, I've heard a lot of racist things come out of his mouth, racist slurs about not only about the whole minority group actually, and not only that, but he does have a couple sexual harassment situations.
Yes,
it's like he admitted in his own campaign. There was no man.
But the people still voted for him.
Something like that, he would have been.
But the people still voted for him
because they see the bigger picture. That there is something that in office that Donald Trump can do to quote unquote make America great again. Now, I'm not a Trump supporter, but he is in office to get a job done, and like you said, he's doing something to get the job done. He's doing something.
We may not agree with everything, but
exactly.
We didn't agree with everything Mr. Obama did.
I'm gonna tell you something. True. This I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm your mama.
Hi.
I am your authority.
I see.
Do you like everything that I say and do?
Don't answer that question. Don't fall for the okie doke.
Be honest. Because I'm saying it's the same situation. It's a lot of things that I have to do to make sure that the bills get paid. You may not like my method, but it gets done.
I mean, it ain't like you taking my tooth fairy money.
You don't know what I did with your tooth fairy money. You don't know what I did. I could have gave you coins, but I gave you dollars. Anyway, we're going to take a break. And when we come back...
Look on that face.
We're going to get with Laddeez and see what she got for us for 2019. We'll be right back.
Oh, my goodness. I love it.
I want to make love to your mind. Stimulate your intellect. Get your forehead wet with sweat caused by a brainstorm soaking me up with new information. I want to turn you on with master enunciations of a long vocabulary. My lips will cover your every topic, leading to a hot and steamy debate. Your eyes tell me that you wish to suck seed and have me lay down with your opinions, but my hard-on stubborn thoughts won't come. I want to use my tongue to go uptown with the sloppiness of slang and swag as you start to shake and tap your feet to beats in the background, yelling and screaming and throwing your hands in the air like you just don't care. See, we could do it anywhere. The best way to share until our eyes roll back from fatigue. My conversation goes deeper than leagues for profound pronouns that aim to please. I want to make love to your mind because it's easy to get the draw, so I draw your attention with vivid images like Pictionary. Use the words for play, then into courses of contemplation. Since you said you had an oral fixation, you can ride my alliteration, and girl, I'm saying, I will have you thinking all over the place. Until you acknowledge me with philosophy and birth your own prophecy. Give me brain literally until I have a metaphor-gasm, emitting seeds of knowledge. My imagery turns you into a simile. Yeah, you like that. I'm not being X-rated, just X-raying trying to get to your thoughts. So don't look at me strange when I ask for a piece. So please, let me penetrate your walls of insecurity until you climb axe perceptions of what a man is and get the magical feeling, the explosive experience of a poet's words.
Wow. Welcome back to the EMissyK's Loose Lip Show. That was the voice of Nerd. That's my boy. I love him so much.
I like him too. Come back.
Thank you for us. Yeah. Oh yeah. I was trying to figure out, was that your first interview or just one of?
I think it was like my second or third. I had to say it was early on.
Yeah.
I did good though. I did good. I know I did.
She did. Okay.
He was impressed.
Laddeez. Happy New Year, beautiful lady.
Thank you.
What you got for us today?
2019. First, let me say, I don't believe in making New Year's resolutions. I don't. And I think that people who do it are foolish. Mm-hmm. And I say that because I think that if it's something that you think you needed to change, why you do it every year? Most people have the same resolution every freaking year.
True.
It's like, really? It's like, so if you saw a need to change, why do you got to wait to the year's end and New Year come before you decide to talk about making the change and still don't?
Right.
I'm not with that at all.
Right.
However,
in
2019, we're all single.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh, he said, speak for yourself. You're not married. Is that what you're saying, Laddeez?
Yes.
Okay, there
Are
we go.
you married,
Valti said, don't get him in trouble.
Are you married?
No,
Okay.
I wasn't that. I was saying you're single? Like, you're like...
Are you single?
Who, me?
He's
You.
Yes, you could have been. Then who?
What'd you say? I can't hear you.
Interview, right?
Next question, please.
Anyway, in 2009, is there one thing, be honest, is there one thing that you can do, that you think you can do to improve on, how can I put this, in some cases, your best relationship?
Okay.
Is there
You should have
one
told me
thing-
this one before I got here, so I had time to think about it. Let me see.
Is there anything? What now?
Is there anything that you can do? Okay, I won't call no name, but is there anything that you think that you can do to make that relationship better in 2019?
Right. I know.
Be honest.
I know. I need to communicate more.
Okay.
I have the shut down spirit.
Really?
So I do.
Ooh.
I do. I have the spirit of shut down. If I don't want to talk, I don't want to talk, no matter what I'm going through, what's on my mind or whatever, and you can probably try to pull teeth. I ain't going to talk about it. So I need to
Do you
fix
ever
that.
get to a point where that's where you are at that moment, but do you ever move from there and talk about it?
No, I'm a suppressor.
Oh, that's not good. That's not healthy either.
I'm a suppressor. So I suppress it. I find a little box for it to go in, and I'm like, hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Yeah, I'm back. That's me.
Bipolar.
I have a habit.
It's not bipolar.
Well, I
my
think that,
goodness.
but how do you expect for your relationship to grow if you never discuss or never communicate? How do you expect it to grow and to be what you want it to be?
I discuss some things, just not everything. Everything don't need to be discussed. I don't want to feel like the melancholy, always whining and nagging like, oh, woe is me. I'm not her.
But if it's serious enough for you to shut down, don't you think that's something that warrants discussing?
Hailey,
take it from your mother. That's not a good thing.
Sorry, I did. I have a habit of dating. I have a habit of dating guys who ask a lot of questions about my life, and I'm high key I like security. I'm personal. Like I'm a lot to myself. I keep a lot of things to myself. So if I feel like you don't need to know something, I'm not going to tell you in the time being. I'm going to tell you like probably a week later. You'd be lucky if you find out at all. And I also have a habit of like, if you want to talk about something that I don't want to talk about, we just not going to talk about it. That's just...
So you're getting that from your mother, so it's like a trickle down.
I didn't know that.
That's what
She's like, follow the steps, baby.
I need to know bases.
And my real problem in dating, like my actual problem is my temper. I am a hothead.
Where do you get that from?
My daddy. So my daddy, the hothead, and my mama, that I don't feel like answering none of your questions. So I gotta answer your question. That it just Hailey B.
You need your grandmother. I'm glad we're in the same house.
She's a B for a reason.
You need your grandmother.
Yeah, I know what that B stand for.
Beautiful.
Yes.
She's that too.
Blessed.
What about
that
you,
too?
Valty?
Brilliant.
That too.
You on a roll. He on fire.
That's what I'm talking about. And of course, your beautiful black baby.
My beautiful black baby.
Melanin.
What was up? Now, what was the question?
You listen.
Oh, how would I fix a relationship in 2019?
No, is there one thing that you think that you can do in 2019 that would improve on your relationship? You can do, not them. You.
I'm all about, as selfish as it sounds, I'm all about me when it comes to improvement.
Okay.
Because that's the only way that a true man is going to continue to grow and evolve as a man, is to always be ready to look at himself before anything. It's easy to go like, I seen what you did before, right? Yeah, but are you seeing what you're doing right now? You know what I'm saying? So, to me, I just say just always be aware.
Yeah.
That's all. Just be aware.
Of what?
Of basically, I would say be aware of everything. I mean, be aware of how you hold your face when you're talking about a certain subject. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be talking with the woman that you're supposed to be. Y'all at home, we kicking it. And I'm telling you about my day. But when I'm telling you about my day, I'm like, yeah, so anyway.
Oh, wow.
I had a cool day today.
Your whole demeanor matters.
It's like I don't even want to be here with you.
Right.
When really, I'm really like, my day was great today. How was yours? What went on in your day today? Tell me about it.
You about to get popped.
That's how, I'd rather be around somebody I appreciate.
Right.
And if I feel like I'm not appreciating her, then, she would know and she would let me know that
I don't feel appreciated.
I'm not feeling appreciated. And I would be like, is that right, baby? My bad. We gonna make you something to eat? Something like that, make her laugh. But, I'm pretty good on that department right there, though. I'm pretty solid in that department. I'm pleased with my situation right now.
Okay, please, ladies.
Yeah.
I think, I'm working on, I didn't just start, but I am working on having more patience and tolerance.
Yeah.
I don't,
That's good.
I have a very low tolerance for foolishness.
That's good.
For stuff that I see
I'm
as
very
foolishness.
proud of you.
I think
I'm not sure what you mean by
I am
that.
very proud of you.
I think the boys are helping a lot. The boys are helping a lot, especially James at midnight playing them video games. That helps a lot.
It's helping with your patience.
Is it really?
No. Because I had to go and knock on that door a couple times.
Don't be talking about my boys like
But
that.
I just handle it different. I just handle it differently than his mother.
Right.
But he gets the point.
Right.
But no, I just don't. I'm at a point in my life where I have very little patience, and to the point where if I meet someone and I already know within a few minutes of meeting them whether I'm going to see them again.
The one thing.
It's like, it doesn't take much. It's whether they're dressed funny or they can't carry a conversation. You know, you have to pull conversation from them. Or
they smell like vitamins.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Ew. I've not experienced that. But I'm just saying, that's me. I'm going to do more. It's not a resolution because it's something I've already started and I know there's a problem. And I am getting a little better, but this current situation is going to really tell the truth.
Yes.
I'm listening.
I think you can handle it.
Okay.
I've seen the growth in you. I think you can handle it. Mm-hmm.
It gets really, really tough.
Oh, no.
But anyway, so stop making them New Year's resolutions. If you know that you need to change something in your life, don't wait till the end of the year and start making all these promises that you know you're not going to keep. You're going to lose 100 pounds, and you start out the first couple of weeks, you starving yourself to death, and next thing you eating everybody out of house and home.
Right.
All that kind of stuff. Or you're going to stop smoking, well, you've had a whole year.
Yeah,
really?
Lifetime.
Exactly. Don't do that.
I said the same thing
Be
on
true
a
to
video
yourself.
yesterday. And I said, the reason that everybody's coming short is because you keep making a new year's resolution, and in a month or two, your year's not new anymore, so then it gets old to you. Make a new life resolution.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you make a new life resolution, then you'll get a lifestyle change.
Yes.
For the better.
But it's like the Bible says, it's a renewing of your mind. It starts up here first.
Right.
You can say everything you want out of your mouth.
Right.
But until your mind is right, you're never going to do those things. So stop making those kind of promises to yourself, setting yourself up to fail.
Right.
I don't like that.
Bishop Sanders said on Sunday, he said, don't make New Year's resolutions. He said, how about finish?
Right.
Now.
Finish the one that you started.
Right.
The one you started 3 years ago.
Right.
You haven't even finished that one yet, and you're already making a new one.
Exactly. So I don't like that. Right. So Hailey, don't ever pick up that habit because that's not cute. People think it sounds good, it sounds profound, and you sound like a freaking idiot because you still haven't done it.
Well, it's going to take me some time to fix this little temper of mine, actually. No time soon, quite. Call a psychologist. Yeah.
You know what? I beg to differ. I think that if you first see that you have a problem and realize that that is something that you need to fix, because you're too beautiful to walk around with a hot temper. You're too pretty. You're too smart. You're too funny. You got too much going on to allow that to mar who you are.
It comes with the patience. I mean, like you said, like you've grown with your patience.
But you make a conscious effort. When you're ready to go there, you step back and you think about it.
Woosah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I got to go back to the woosah stage.
Now, some things require you going there. But pick and choose your battles.
It takes a couple.
Because people don't take you serious when you go from 0 to 10 on everything.
I think me and my friend Sherry got to keep telling ourselves the one question. Some people say, what would Jesus do? It would be like, is this really worth me going to jail right now?
See?
No, Hailey. What would Susan do?
Susan.
We're going to take a break. Lady D, take us into a break.
This has been Lady D's A Kissable Nights. Make a decision to be a better person, as Val T said in 2019. We're going to take a break. We'll be back, and when we return, we will be with the lovely, the beautiful boss lady.
Ew.
No, it's not the boss lady. It's the what's that? What they call her?
You do it every time.
Oh, shut up.
Boss baby.
Boss baby. The boss baby. Trying to tell me the boss baby is coming with Get Lipped.
Well.
Deuces.
Something as simple as in loving you, just as easy as it is. Every time when we're all alone, feeling so insensitive, a true love that won't die. So let me tell you what it is, yeah. thing that I wanna say. I'm so glad you're in my life. Being with you makes me a better man. Like being in paradise. A true love that won't die. So let me tell you what it is, yeah. You're everything, everything you are to me. You're everything, everything, everything to me, yeah. You're everything, everything.
Welcome back to the EMissyK's Loose Lip Show. I'm your girl, EMissyK. And we still in studio with Mr. V.A.L T, our special guest for tonight.
All right.
So thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Hailey B, let's get lipped.
Take over. Hey, Val.
It's V.A.L T, but thank you. Hi. How you
Correction.
Correction, I know your father. It's V.A.L T for real.
doing? Well, yes.
How are you?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed, really.
So tell me,
Yes.
what are the acronyms?
Okay. So the acronym is V.A.L T. And it's capitalized letters, and the acronym stands for the vocal and lyrical truth, the vicious and lyrical truth, and the vocal and literal truth. And for the women, it's the velvet and luxurious touch.
Oh, goodness.
I got masseuse training. Yes. So, but it's always because the name fits me, because even from the life that I used to live and my lifestyle and stuff, I always kept it for real, and I always kept it honest, and I always kept it me, so that I don't have a dirty name in the streets. Or now that I moved into a more legitimate, blessed life with God, I don't have any problems following me.
Right.
You know.
So at this point in life, that what you did in the past led you up to where did you start? Rapping with your music, or did it start with?
Well, I always rapped. I was always into rap since I heard it as a youngster, and then I finally had a chance to rap at 14 on stage in Oakland at a show opening up for, I think it was Too Short opening up for Kumo D or something like that at a Mojo skating rink in East Oakland. Anybody who know about the town where I'm from, born and raised, then they know about Mojo skating rink on 71st back in the days. And I got to rap with a friend of mine named Fat Dave. Well, I call him Big Dave because he was chunky, but he had big rock knot arms. And but he used to write. And I would be listening to his stuff that he write because I love rap. And I love, people use words. I've been a reader my whole life.
Yeah.
I'm into words. And he would have some real dope stuff wrote. And then as soon as he would finish, and he always had a good rhythm with his hands and stuff. People can just keep real good beats with their hands and stuff, and he would be rapping it. And as soon as he would finish it, I would always pick up right behind him and start rhyming behind him. And he'd be like, "Did you write that?" I'm like, "Nah, man." He's like, "Man, I love having you around me, man. You keep me juiced, man. You got to come with me."
I miss those days in school. I wish we had the type of phones that we have now with the recorders and stuff, or the videos, because we used to go in. We used to go in.
We do that. Like during lunch, we all get into a big group, and the boys would go at it. Like they would have their own little session, then the bell would ring, and we all be sad. But real music comes from, just coming from your heart, from your mind. It's not a lot of just writing it down, taking note. It just comes out,
Right.
And that's where a lot of real music came from. So after music, well, actually during music, what was your message to your listeners when you were doing your music?
I have various messages. I'm a Gemini.
I'm listening.
I'm a multi-active artist on different levels. Acting, the music, I'm writing. I'm going to do a book about my life called Accidental Addict.
Right.
It's just so much stuff. I got my foundation, the Fan Foundation. So my message is just, it depends on what the situation or the mood is. And I'm very blessed to have that adaptable type of spirit where it's like whatever's moving me right then.
Yeah.
Whether it's a freestyle about my marijuana advocacy or whether it's other stuff that goes on. We'll talk about that later too.
Okay.
But
all right.
So what else was it?
So how did you get to your acting career? Like, what made you want to get into acting?
Well, coming up around a lot of people in Oakland, one thing you're going to get is honesty.
Yeah, that's true.
Uncut. They're going to give it to you straight. And so it turns out the thing that I was always told was, man, that kid is crazy. He ought to be on TV. Man, that kid's a nut. He ought to be in a movie somewhere.
You do have a personality.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. So the opportunity came along, and it was at a time in my life, like, it was almost like, I'd call it divine intervention. Mm-hmm. You know, it was right after a period in my life when I had went through some pretty deep stuff, and I made it.
Okay.
And so as I was laying watching the commercial for this movie, Town Biz. It's a movie called Town Biz. And I watched the commercial. They had these trailers up. And every day on this trailer it would say, auditions at Eastmont Mall. Mm-hmm. Auditions at Eastmont Mall. Auditions at Eastmont Mall. And one day it popped up about a month afterward and it said, last day of auditions today. Mm-hmm. And I looked at my girl. She looked at me. I was like, think I can do it? She went, you think you can do it?
That's the
exactly.
Sound like a challenge. So I got up and I went in, I showered, and I have a thing that I do, which is part of my personal thing, is that has nothing to do with a religion. It's the fact that I believe in God. I know He exists because He saved me.
Amen. Okay.
And I go in the shower and I pray when I'm in the shower. When I'm rinsing off, I'm on my knees and I'm praying to God. And I pray that if this is really what they've always told me, and if it's really in you, to be a part of that. If you want me to do it, then whatever you do, let me shine when I go in here today. And I went in there to the audition, and they gave me a scenario. And God really will touch you at a time when you least expect it.
That's the truth.
What does they want to do it?
Right. Because the scenario was, my mom is on the deathbed. Dying from bullet wounds of a rival gang who was trying to kill me. Mm-hmm. But I hadn't talked to my mom since I was 15. And so, you know, it's like, okay. And as I pace back and forth on the stage, I'm supposed to be next to her bed. But I realized at that moment, even though I hadn't talked to my mom and we bad terms when I left, I loved her. Because it just hit me. And then the thought of my mom laying in the bed, dying from bullets that was meant for me, and it hit me, and I fell to my knees, and I gave them what they wanted. And the lady, Miss Shirley Sharp, one of the producers, jumped up and said, yes, this is him. We need him. Yes. And the director, brother named Mario Bobineau, jumped up and like, all right, man, all right, cut. We all start tearing up in here. And I jumped up. I was like, all right, cool. That's what you wanted? Cool. And he was like, yeah. I don't know what part. We got 2 parts. I don't know which part I'm going to give you, but you in. And I'm
That's
like,
what's up.
All right. You know. And
it's like, well, I'll take it.
I'm like, right on, man. Thank you, you know.
Yeah.
And, it was a movie written by a brother named Damon Hart, known as The Incredible Drop. And filmed by a brother named Ramesses Head.
Okay,
Yeah, Ramesses Head. Debonair Productions out of Oakland. Nice. Yeah, a brother named FAREAL Films. Just a few people, man. They just good team of people.
Okay.
You know, yeah. So that's how I got in.
So after dibbling in music and dabbling in acting, where are you now? What are you doing now that's keeping you moving at this point?
I'm doing everything.
Like what? Spill tea. I'm listening.
Okay. Well, as your mom knows, I'm a community advocate. I sat on the downtown Los Angeles neighborhood. Since I've been down here, my life has taken a totally different turn. I got my call from God, and I answered. And I responded to the affirmative. I'll take this suitcase and these 2 carry-on bags, and I'll just go down here to Los Angeles where I don't know anybody. All right, because God know everybody, so I didn't have any worries about it. Next thing you know, I end up running in the campaign to be on the Downtown Los Angeles Neighborhood Council. I ended up on the council. I stayed on the council for about a year and a half. I've given concerts in the community, and I'm going to do more of that. And for my FAM Foundation, that's a whole nother thing, the Film, Arts, and Music, the No Separation FAM Foundation. I'm doing more music. I'm always doing music because it's just part of what's going on. That's me. That's in me. Writing my movie for my life. Town Be a City Situation, from the O to the Skull. Subtitle, It Was God All Along.
Okay.
Well, that's what's up. So we're going to get into your video.
Oh, yeah.
Take us into that.
So here is V.A.L T FAREAL video. And we're going to
What's the name of the video, V.A.L T?
The name of the video is Time to Make a Move.
Time
All right,
to
y'all.
make a move.
Check this out.
Aha, Big Papa G. It's your boy, V.A.L T. Yeah. You know, they had your boy stuck for a minute, trying to serve me for years, about 8 of them. But then I had to come home, man, make a move to change my life, my whole life, like this.
It's time for me to make a move, time for me to think about what I really wanna do. It's time for me to make a move,
Time for me to handle mine and show and prove.
It's time for me to make a move,
Time for me to do what I'm
what I
supposed to
really
do.
wanna do. It's time for me to make a move,
Time for me to handle mine and show and prove. I think it's time for me to straighten up my act, cause if I don't, who needs a straw? I can break my own damn back. Dealing with pressures that can probably get me buried, but I brought it on myself. Now I'm thinking, is this necessary? I'm thinking not. So before I end up shot, oops, too late for that. Now I'll get ghost for what I got. My mentality, my sparkling personality, and of course my jail record, but that's just a technicality. Cause I refuse to let that have me stagnated. It's been many years too long that I just stood around and perpetrated the big badass roll of the ball. I wanna be shy caller, and it makes me wanna holler. When I think about the time I done spent locked down like a fool behind Gilmore's fence, chopping so-called game with all my so-called friends about them so-called ends we couldn't spend in the pen. And I can't see myself spending centuries in these penitentiaries, cause that ain't what my life was meant to be. So I'ma get down and do what I can do and handle business like I'm supposed to. Go ahead and make a move.
It's time for me to make a move, time for me to think
what I'm
about
supposed
what I
to
really
do.
wanna do. It's time for me to make a move,
Time for me to handle mine and show and prove.
It's time for me to make a move,
Time for me to do what I'm
what I
supposed to
really
do.
wanna do. It's time for me to make a move,
Time for me to handle mine and show and prove. I said goodbye to Mr. Crack Rock and Sister Mary Jane. Got tired of all the clouding of my lungs and my brain. Sitting alone, stressing, trying to smoke away the pain. Slowly but surely driving myself insane. Doing the same thing every day to maintain the same amount of change for drink, weed, and cane. This is goodbye for good. Glad to admit it. Goodbye to the fake life and fake friends that went with it. Frontin' like they was down, man, and all on my side. But none of them really cared if I lived or I died. If they did, they'd have been there to give your boy a ride to the place I had to get to change what's inside. But I'm here now regardless, with none of their help. If I wanted to do it right, I had to do it myself. But at the same time, I knew I couldn't do it myself. So I learned to raise my hand, man, and ask for some help. I started by getting right with the good Lord above, and he got me back right with some blessings of love, like letting me stay alive and blessing me to survive. Hot shells from guns and sharp blades from knives are beating the lifespan at the age of 25. So whatever moves in his plan is the move that I'm with, right?
It's time for me to make a move,
Time for me to do what I'm supposed to do.
wanna do. It's time for me to make a move,
Time for me to handle mine and show and prove.
It's time for me to make a move,
Time for me to do what I'm supposed to do.
wanna do. It's time for me to make a move,
Time for me to handle mine and show and prove. It's surely time for me to grab my 2 dudes and do what fathers do, making big daddy moves. Since time keeps on slipping, I need to quit tripping and get ready with the spitting. Start stacking and gripping, living life legit and getting busy with this acting. That's my God-given gifting. Show my twin children how to make an honest living so that them and their children's can make millions. I'm willing to go ahead and make that
that move. And that cycle that I've been living in, I'll break that too. And my so-called street friends, man, I'll shake that crew. Have them mad with attitude, saying forget that fool. Consuming the dank and drink, man, forget that too. Don't even bother trying to pass it, I ain't with that dude. Cause my bread is like a crackhead on the get back fool. Me and my kids need a crib that we can get back to. The only woman that I need is one who with that boo. And if you with it, help me get it, you can kick back too. But ain't no rest for the weary till we get that cool. So you can follow me and my rules and make that move. It's time for me to make a move. Time for me to think about what I really wanna do. It's time for me to make a move. Time for me to handle mine and show and prove. It's time for me to make a move.
Welcome back to the EMissyK's Loose Lip Show. That was Val T. Man, time to make a move. Now, if that's not your New Year's resolution song,
you know,
no more resolutions. Make the move.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Okay, so tell us about this song. First of all, who's on vocals?
That is a brother that I am tagging right now named EMarco Washington.
Okay.
Yes, and EMarco Washington is a very gifted vocalist.
Nice voice.
Yeah.
Man, and I lie to you not. I wrote that song. I had that song for a couple of years, and all I had was the hook. It was in my. It just came to me one day. Something I was doing. I was like, man, I gotta make a move. And I started singing it to myself, but I can't sing.
Yeah.
I am a lyricist.
I'm glad you found somebody to do it for you.
And so, and the thing about it though is that I found dude. I bumped into him at the studio, and I knew of him, but I didn't know he sung. I didn't know he was the singer, like EMac the singer. That's what they call him. That was what we called him. So he got up in there, man, and he made it sound exactly like the voice in my head when I was writing it.
Right.
And it was like when he got out the booth. When he came out the booth, I had these same goosebumps. I'm getting out talking about it.
It came out. It turned out perfectly. You know, it's like it. And Lady Deez was just saying we kind of got stuck, didn't we?
Yeah, I saw this one. Everybody was just mesmerized.
Right. It's one of those songs that make you pay attention because you know it's so positive and it's real. It's your life. It's just like you know you just journaled and just threw everything from your journal and put it to some lyrics and people can relate to it. Yeah. You know, it's very positive, especially for our young men because they get caught up in so much mess, you know, and then they feel like there's no way out of it. And then here you go with this song and you're like, you don't have to stay there. Like my mom always said, you don't have to be a product of your environment. There's a way out. And like you said, you know, you didn't just, you know, tell them that that's what you do. You said, no, you raise your hand, you ask for help, you know, you make it happen.
I realized I couldn't do it myself. And
exactly.
That was significant. And then the craziest thing, right, is we never did a format on how we were going to do it, the formula for the video. I just kept saying, I'm coming up there to do a video. I'm coming up there to do a video. And I'm going to do the video in October. And I called my folks, Honest. It was Honest Bob. Now it's Honest CEO, but his name is Wayne Hayes. And he is also the CEO and host of the Wayne Hayes Show up in the Bay Area. Okay. Independent cable show that is now out, and I will be going to help do some creative development on that as well because I write. Right. Of course, if you rap, you write anyway. Right. And, well, I don't know about nowadays.
No, I
don't know about nowadays.
I know your video. It's almost at 6,000 views. Yeah, so that tells you that you have a message. Yeah. You have a message.
Listen, you know, I don't because at first, I assume it's gonna be rapping, so I'm like, I'm already not interested, right? but the beat and the music caught my attention. I'm like, okay, let's see what this is gonna be. And then I couldn't turn. And I actually stayed and listened to the very last note.
And the music is my cousin. Reggie Humphreys.
Okay.
Nice.
He produced the whole beat?
Yeah, he produced that song. He produced basically my album.
Okay.
And I'm tagging him right now.
That was good stuff. I was like, wow. When I finished, I was like, wow. That was good.
I appreciate that, man. It made me feel good to start seeing the views when they was popping up because I'm only on Facebook. I don't have no promotion. I'm nobody in the world of mumble rap. Anyway, and I'm not wearing jeans that tight. I'm not coloring my hair. Oh, excuse me. I ain't worried about that.
He
I
is
got a
coming
high
for
program.
y'all.
What about a grill? You from Oakland? They still wear grills in
Got a
Oakland.
grill? Look, God's
See,
diamonds. These are God's diamonds right here.
This boy's crazy.
Millennials, y'all
God.
better step up the game. We talk about y'all.
I'm just saying, though, man. I mean, you know, you can forget.
When you
about
gonna put it on
them.
YouTube?
So that the good news about that. Here's the thing. Now, I'm not stopping. I'm not slowing down on this. While this is going into the next 5,000 views in the next 30 days, I'll be filming in the next 2 weeks to film a new video called For Real.
Yeah.
And it's a song featuring my cousin L7, Reggie Humphreys. He produced that as well, and he also rapped. And the song is called For Real, and I don't have the song per se, but I do have the chorus if you'd like to hear it. Mm-hmm. It's also a message. And the chorus goes, for real, they rather see you dead and killed, blood spilled on the block instead of making a meal. For real, they'll leave you with your cap on peel, locked up behind steel with denied appeals. For real, life is gonna show up. That's why I had to change my game, be a man and grow up. You could do the same thing if you apply yourself instead of waiting in these streets just to die yourself. For real.
For real.
So that's just the quote. So I'm about to give them a real eye and ear full of some more of this real life.
Yeah.
Because it is what it is right now. This shirt, you know, represents a lot to me. You know, this not on parole or probation. When I was on parole for 9 years,
Mercy.
and did about 6 years and 8 months of that inside, going back and forth on violations.
Right.
You know, they're not playing with you out there. And now they don't even have a prison. They don't even have their prison system, not even what it was back in the days of my era, the quote unquote, you know, war on drug era. Mm-hmm. You know, and so that situation right there, I have to address that. I had to write about that, and I'll be addressing that, the jail system, the way they're killing us. My cousin got a verse on that, and also about, I'm gonna just say that it's a subject that when I first recorded the song, and I said what I said when I came out the booth, my buddy was looking at me and said, you might catch a little heat for that one. So, you know.
Those are the ones that become hits. So anyway, we want to thank you for stopping through and hanging with us and, you know, putting out that positive message for our people and for our men especially.
Seriously.
You know, that was dope. I appreciate you.
Queens, I appreciate you all. This has been such a blessing for me. Thank you, God. I appreciate this.
Thank you. Thank you. So tell the people where they can find you.
Okay, so you can see V.A.L T on everything. I'm on Facebook, V.A.L T For Real. That's VALT FAREAL. I have 2 Facebook pages, and I have an Instagram page. You can reach me at V.A.L T For Real. That's everything about me on Twitter. You can get at me on Twitter, at V.A.L T For Real. You can also see my foundation on Instagram, at Fam Foundation LA. And at Fam Foundation LA on Twitter. And you can find out about what's going on next on that. Yeah, the Fam Foundation is the No Separation, and the separation is spelled with the word race in the middle. Highlight on the No Race Fam. Film, arts, and music. The Fam Foundation. And
Fam Foundation.
That's what's going on.
Y'all know where to find Val T now. So I wanted to end the show. With a highlight of one of our very dear friends and my brother. So we're dedicating the last part of this segment to Robert C. Glover II. Robert was, as you can see, a very, very strong force for EMissyK's Entertainment. For the last 3 years, he has been a driving force for us. He has been the epitome of support and, you know, more than just a fan, really loving, very kind. You can go up and down my timeline and just see all of the nice words that people had to say about him. He was the rah-rah guy for comedians. He was very loved by the comedian community. And he passed away on Saturday, December 29th. And I just want to publicly say that we love Robert and we appreciate him for being everything that he was to EMissyK's Entertainment.
Yeah, you did it.
to Loose Lips. He's really gonna be missed. At the end of every show, I would say everybody needs a Robert Glover in their life, and so I'm gonna end the show by saying everybody needs a Robert Glover in their life, and we love you, and I hope you guys can make it out to the service, and if you share, and Lady Deej, your final words.
It's been fun. We thank you guys for joining us this evening. You can find me on Facebook at Dorsheen Drew and Lady D's on Instagram and Twitter. We thank you all very much for supporting us throughout 2018, and we look forward to your continued support in 2019. We love you and God bless.
Hailey B.
For everybody, thank you for supporting me. Uncle Robert, thank you so much for being my biggest supporter. One of my biggest supporters at every event. You were at literally every event. I love you. Follow me on Instagram at haihai.6, haihai.6. Facebook at Hailey B.L. Lindsay, B.A.L.E., not B.E.L. like the princess.
Crazy.
And this has been Loose Lips.
Okay. And thank you, Kevin Nelson. Marvin, we miss you so much.
Yes,
MVIN.
very much.
Can you take off?
Poetess. We love you.
Queen Poetess.
And we up out of here. 2 fingers in the biscuits. I'm your girl, EMISSY.
EMissyK's show. EMissyK's show. EMissyK's show. Questions, interviews, gossip, current news, movie, TV, radio. Here we go. Hey, it's EMissyK. Hey, it's EMissyK. Her beauty and passion. Talk music, fashion. Loose lips.